What's going on, guys? Welcome back to BlackTideTV. In today's video, a new Infinite Warfare Golden Weapon review. This one is on the KBAR-32 Assault Rifle. Now, before we get started, here's the deal. I've been wanting to make a Golden Weapon review for a little while. I've just been covering other things like news, little articles and stuff, so I never got around to making my most recent Golden Weapon review, which was supposed to be on the Spartan SA3 launcher. It was the last launcher that I needed to cover in this series. I wanted to make that one as soon as I could so I could get on to the other weapons, the more interesting weapons. But I came across the KBAR-32. It was one of my first weapons that I got gold because I was using it for my Invective Epic variant review. So I got the KBAR-32 gold pretty quickly. And I decided that I'd rather post a video of the KBAR-32 today because there's going to be a massive negative backlash to this video. I just know it. I know I'm probably going to get quite a few dislikes on this video just because I'm not a fan of the KBAR-32, so the whole plan of this video is just to get this video out of the way, get it done, because I know that you guys are going to disagree with me. A lot of you guys are going to disagree with me right away. A lot of people have different opinions on different weapons, and this is just one of them that I don't like. This is one of them that Renman doesn't like. None of us enjoy this weapon. We find that this weapon is just mid-tier and it's not really great at anything, and I'm going to explain all of that in this video, but I just wanted to make that very clear for you guys before I started. If you guys do disagree with me, try not to hit the dislike button and just go into the comments section and tell me what you think about the weapon instead, and let's have a conversation about it. Maybe you guys can sway me on what this weapon's use in the game is, but as of right now, I don't find that this weapon is useful in any particular situation. I don't think it's better than any other weapon in any situation. It's kind of that mid-range assault rifle that's okay at everything, but it's not good enough at anything to make me want to use it ever again. So I just wanted to make that super clear. This was supposed to be a Spartan SA3 Golden Weapon review, but I wanted to get this one out as soon as I could so that I could recover from the negative backlash of it right away. So the KBAR-32, let's talk about this assault rifle. In the in-game description, you'll find that the KBAR-32 is a fully automatic ballistic rifle. It channels a fast fire rate through a lightweight mold for increased hip fire control and mobility, and that is true of this weapon. It has the highest mobility in-game stats of any of the assault rifles. I believe it moves faster. It's sort of like an SMG assault rifle hybrid in a sense, in that it's a little bit better on the hip fire, it's a little bit better on the movement speed, but apart from that, every other assault rifle is going to outperform it in some circumstance. Like I said in the intro to this video, the KBAR-32 is kind of the middle ground for everything. It's okay at everything, but it's not great at anything either. So each of the other assault rifles will outperform it in some capacity. So for example, let's go with the NV4. It's better in accuracy than the KBAR-32. The Volk is better in damage. The Type 2 is better in fire rate. You get what I'm going with here. Every other assault rifle specializes in something. It's really great at one particular thing. The KBAR-32 isn't exactly great at one particular thing. It's not even, when it comes to the mobility and when it comes to the hip fire accuracy, it's not even that much better than some of the other assault rifles that it makes a difference. For the most part, you're not going to be hip firing an assault rifle. You're not going to be needing that extra movement speed or needing that extra little mobility boost to an assault rifle. Assault rifles are meant to be a little bit slow. They're meant to be used at medium-long range. They're not meant to be jumping in at close quarters. That's what an SMG is for. This is an assault rifle that's trying to compete at SMG range, and it just can't. All the other weapon classes do outperform this weapon, so shotguns and SMGs will beat this weapon at close range any day of the week. Sniper rifles, other assault rifles, LMGs will beat it at long range. So this weapon, I just can't find a place for it in this game. And honestly, I could have placed it in this game as the faster firing, kind of more controllable, easy to use, kind of noob weapon. This is the weapon that I would usually associate with people that are just joining the game and they want an easy weapon to pick up and use, a weapon that they don't really need to specialize in anything. They don't need to really learn how to control their recoil. They don't really need to have a super powerful weapon, but they just need a middle ground weapon, and this weapon could have been that weapon until the OSA came into the game. This weapon is vastly outperformed by the OSA, and this weapon being the highly mobile, faster firing kind of assault rifle, you would think that it should be in its place there. You'd think that it should be this great weapon in that section, but then when the OSA gets into the game, when you unlock the OSA at level 55, it's basically the KBAR-32 because it's one better than the KBAR-32. It basically has the same stats. It fires a little faster. It can kill in 4 shots. It's kind of more easy to move around with. It's got tighter hip fire spread. The OSA is basically KBAR-33. So once you unlock that weapon at level 55, the KBAR-32 is vastly outperformed by absolutely everything in the game, in my opinion. Now, like I said, that's my opinion. I find that weapons that you can specialize in a specific trait are more valuable to me. So when I can actually pick up the MV4 and I can go, okay, I've got basically zero recoil with this weapon because it's so accurate. I like that weapon more because it specializes in something. I can use that in a specific circumstance, and I know that I will win the gunfights as long as I'm using it in a specific section. Whereas the KBAR-32, because it doesn't have a specialization, all the other weapons that do have a specialization will outperform it when you get into those certain areas of gunfights. So let's talk some harder stats for a minute. The damage on this weapon, you can kill somebody in 4 shots at close range, 5 at medium range, 6 at long range. It may even drop to 7. I know that the Invective drops to 7 on leg shots at a long distance. Not sure about this one. As long as we tested it, like the full length of the Frontier hallway, it can only get a 6-shot kill to the legs. So it should only go to a 6-shot kill, but they did recently nerf the range on this weapon, the damage over range of the 5-shot kill range. I'm not sure if that would negatively impact the 6-shot kill range as well or anything like that. So it may drop to a 7-shot kill in some circumstances, especially if you're shooting through something. If you're trying to shoot through an obstacle, if you're using a suppressor, it may end up being a 7-shot kill. But it is on the weaker spectrum of assault rifles. At the beginning, when it's getting a 4-shot kill, it's pretty great, but you have to be at barrel stuffing range to get that. You have to be really close, like SMG shotgun range to get that 4-shot kill, so it's not very beneficial. So generally, you're looking like 5 or 6 shots to kill, and like I said, they did recently nerf that 5-shot kill range, so you're going to drop to a 6-shot kill a lot sooner, which is pretty crazy for this weapon. I never expected this weapon to get a nerf. Like I said, ever since this game came out and I've been using this gun, I've never liked it. Not from day one have I liked this weapon. I found it to be that average assault rifle that it didn't necessarily do anything better than anything else, so I didn't think that it would be nerfed in any specific area. But for whatever reason, they did nerf it. Like I said, it's been used in competitive a lot recently. Not sure why, but maybe that's why they nerfed it. Maybe because all the competitive guys are getting a handle on the recoil, getting a handle on how to use it too easily, and maybe as long as you use it enough and you get really used to it, maybe you can control it a little bit better, but I'm not sure about that either. So, KBAR-32 got a nerf, shouldn't have got a nerf, it probably should have got a buff in my opinion, but that's that. When it comes to reloading this weapon, it's a faster reload than other assault rifles, but it's still pretty slow unless you use dexterity, so I'd highly recommend dexterity, especially because this weapon, if you are trying to use it in its optimal kind of range, you have to use this weapon at close range. So in close range, the SMGs will be reloading faster than you, they'll be firing faster than you, you're going to be outperformed, so you're going to have to run dexterity to reload this weapon fast enough. I'd also recommend extended mags because the magazine is okay, I think it's like 32, 36 shots or something like that, but you could definitely rock some extended mags on there if you do plan to engage multiple enemies at once, because you are going to be shooting a lot of bullets into each enemy, and with the crazy recoil and stuff, you're probably going to end up missing a couple of those bullets before you get the kill, so extended mags is a good decision as well. Apart from that, other attachments that I put on this weapon, basically anything to increase its ability at any range. So I put on the rifled barrel so that it has a little bit more range. I can get a 4-shot kill at a longer distance, a 5-shot kill at a longer distance, so I don't have to drop off to that 6, 7-shot kill sooner rather than later. I also run the the hollow point, so that I can kill an enemy in 3 shots. With the hollow point at close range, like point blank range, you can get a 3-shot kill. It's the only way you're going to get a 3-shot kill with this weapon. I should mention, now that I'm thinking about the 3-shot kill, that this weapon is no good at all in hardcore. Most weapons in hardcore can kill in 1 shot, but because this weapon has such low damage, it's generally going to be a 2-shot kill in hardcore. So you're not going to want to play hardcore with this weapon either. Last but not least, let's talk optics. The iron sights on this weapon aren't exactly iron sights. It's kind of like a floating ELO optic. I still don't like it too much. I think it's very clear. You can definitely use it and probably all of the pros and all of the KBAR tryhards use the iron sight because it is usable. It's very easy to see through. There's no obstruction or anything like that. I just don't like it that much. I find that it's weird. It's just, I don't know. I just don't prefer the iron sight or the iron optic on this weapon, so I like to run an optic of my own, either a red dot sight. My favorite is actually the VMC, because when you do engage those enemies at long range, you can flip up the VMC and get that recoil reduction, so you can actually engage those enemies at longer distances. But the VMC is just my favorite optic in this game by far. I just like the look of it much more than the red dot sight or the reflex sight. So that's why I use the VMC. So guys, VMC dexterity on this weapon. You're gonna want to use extended mags, rifle barrel, hollow point, anything to make it good. Much like this weapon's stats, for an overall rating today, I'm gonna shoot right down the middle at 3 out of 5 stars. That is it for today's golden weapon review, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, hit that like button, comment down below, and tell me what you think about the KBAR-32. Subscribe if you're new to the channel. And I'll see you guys on the next one.